What's good, everybody? The UFC Fighter Q&A series is back. And this time, I'm joined by a very special guest coming from the UFC featherweight division. At the moment, his record stands at 10 wins with 3 losses. It is none other than Michael Aswell. Thanks for jumping on the channel, Matthew. How are you doing? Michael, why did I say Matthew? Great start! Great start! I said Michael earlier as well. It's the pressure. It's the pressure, the connections, the stuff on my end. Yeah, it's the pressure. Michael. How are we doing, Michael? Sweet, good stuff, good stuff. Good to see you. You're repping your boys as well. Now to kick things off, hopefully things doesn't get any worse than this, but I gotta fly this one out for you. And I don't know how if it could go south from here, I'm afraid. Has anyone said that you look like Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia? Okay. Okay. I'm like Charlie Day with a bit of a beard, you know. I mean, I get compared to Arnold Allen or Corey Sanhagen for some reason. Which one do you think it is, like leaning towards, Arnold Allen or Corey Sanhagen? Good stuff. Good stuff. Can't hear him. Apparently, you can't. We can't hear you. We got some. Yeah, we got some audio coming through. What's going on? There should be some audio coming through. Let's turn that off just in case. But everything looks fine on my end. Monitor and output. Yeah. Let me know if it gets any better, because everything seems good on my end. So is your buddy is he fighting on next week? Oh, Tuesday. This coming Tuesday. Ooh. Okay, the line is a bit choppy because they're on the move at the moment. What? We're getting resistance? Oh, damn. This collector. We're seeing all kinds of stuff over here. Ah, nice. Get some stuff signed as well. Look, might as well. Welcome in, Ahmed Ali. How you doing? Let us know what's good. What's good? Let's clear that first. Right. Okay. So let's get on to talking about your fight coming up against Lucas Almeida, which is going to be October 11th. 3 weeks from now. You made your UFC debut back in May. Sadly, it didn't go your way, but what things have you been working on to make sure you get the win this time around?
Thanks, sir. Yeah, man, I think I just been focusing on all the areas in my game that I'm lacking. I think just being a better martial artist, if that's wrestling, if that's jiu-jitsu, if that's boxing, kickboxing, I think just making sure that everything that I'm doing is tending and trending towards me being a better martial artist. And I think after all that's all said and done, I think we're going to show exactly what we've been working on October 11th.
Sweet, good stuff. Good to hear it. Now, the commentary team wanted to see you use more wrestling. DC was saying he wanted you to snatch the single leg more when in range. What did you make of his comments when you rewatched the tape back?
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't wrong. There was a lot of things that he said. I mean, he's a world champion, so when world champions talk, you got to listen and you got to take in constructive criticism, like I said, he wasn't wrong. There was definitely opportunities for me to, grab the leg or at least attempt for a takedown if that was to set something up or at least like set up my strikes. So, I used to wrestle. That used to be my game back in the day. That's what I used to do. And I think we fall into the business of the entertainment business sometimes where it's like, oh, they don't want to see us wrestle all the time, let's strike, let's bang. And I think, as I started getting better, as I started working towards, all my martial arts, I think I just started to be comfortable a little bit with my striking and was okay staying on the ground. But, I think my old coach that passed always used to say is, don't forget what brought you there. Don't forget what got you to the show, So, um, wrestling is something that's gotten me here that, brought me or maybe the fighter that I am. So definitely implementing it and just finding it in right spots and not forcing it. But yeah, I think, DC's comments were warranted. I mean, he's not the only person. As soon as I got home, I had 200 people like, oh, why didn't you wrestle? I'm like, well, y'all get in there and y'all wrestle and then y'all let me know how it goes.
Yeah, it's easier said than done, right? For these people watching at home, they're all gonna have something to say. But I think you're right there in terms of, it's funny because those who started off with a wrestling or a grappling background seem to kind of, want to strive to improve, getting more comfortable on the feet and showcasing their striking. That's kind of what you see, really, isn't it? And it's almost,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen the opposite way around though as much though, does it?
I mean, it's tough. It's tough to learn wrestling. Like wrestling's one of the hardest martial arts. So people that strike, it's hard for them to wrestle. Same with wrestlers. It's maybe a little easier to learn striking, but even then, boxing and kickboxing is such a delicate martial art. That not everyone could do it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Get your questions in the chats, guys. Let's hear what you got to ask. Mr. Aswell here, who's on the fly at the moment. Now, let's talk about your opponent, Lucas Almeida. He's 2-3 in the UFC. He's been unlucky, really, and he's had a few cancelled bouts at the moment. What do you make of him as an opponent? Because I quite like his style. I just think that perhaps in previous fights, it's just not kind of like clicked in mentally for him,
Yeah, man. I think Lucas is a vet. Like you said, he's 2-3. He's got 5 fights in the UFC. He's 34, 35. He's a little older. He's got experience. I think it's a great matchup for me. I think it's a great fight for us. Like you said, he's got a stand up base, and you see my last couple fights. I love to stand up and bang too. So I think this fight only calls for fireworks, and I think they've seen me perform the last couple of times, and they know that I should be in front of a crowd. So they told me to come to Rio. I said absolutely, it's dream come true. So Lucas is good, man. His striking is good, and I think it's gonna be a great fight.
Yeah, and I guess now that you've got your UFC debut out of the way, there's the jitters sort of thing, coming into the arena, etc. Probably not going to be there as much. Obviously, this time you're going to be facing with a crowd of angry Brazilians, but you just got to, I guess, kind of blank out all the Portuguese swearing that they're going to be bringing your way and dial into fight time.
It's okay. I don't speak Portuguese, so I won't understand what they're saying anyways. They'll probably just be calling me Matthew.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Matthew Michael, that's bad. Oh dear, not gonna let that go now, are you?
You said what?
I said you're not gonna let that go now, are you? I mean, you can call me
no,
Arnold
no.
for the rest of the stream if you want. I don't care. Oh dear. Now, who's helped you the most in training camp so far for that fight?
For this fight coming up, of course, my boy Justice Torres. He's been helping me a lot. Daniel Pineda, my head coach, my main training partner, kind of the guy that's been, helped me get to this point that I'm at right now. My boy Lloyd David helps me get a lot of good looks. My boy Hector Signs, who's very close to also to getting called to the UFC 155 champ for Fury. He's been helping me out. Lester Barchers, another young up and comer. I think he's 6-1, 7-1, young 22-year-old prospect. Man, he's super good. And I got a very depth team at 4 ounce, man, and I'm thankful for all those guys and my coaches Chico and Joseph and Frank, just always helping me and pushing me, man. And those are my peoples, and then taking off. And of course, I don't train with them, but just having Josh Van and Alden Correa, at the gym, and watching their rise and watching them take care of business and the work that they put in, helps inspires me and push me to get over that hump. So team effort.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's sort of funny 'cause you mentioned Daniel Pineda there. He's been around the game for a long time. He's a veteran. Has he always kind of been a bit of a coach?
He's I wouldn't never say like a official coach. He's like because he fought. He's just one of us and he understands us. And I think we need that sometimes. We need someone to, when you're listening to someone talk and you're listening to someone, tell you, hey, you should be doing this, you should be doing that. It means more when someone's actually been in there and they've done that. Like you talked about Daniel, he fought at London, not too long ago against Nathaniel Wood, and
Mm.
he's fought twice in a night at PFL, or he's fought in Bella. Like, you know,
Oh, it's gone pretty choppy.
but I think, like maybe the past year when he's fighting, it's hard to be a coach. But I think just me having him in my corner, him talking to me the way, that relationship that we have, it's been great. And he's helped me so much, mentally, physically, in life, so I don't think I'd be the fighter I am without him.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear, man. Yeah, hopefully he can continue coaching even past his fighting career, because I guess when people retire, it's kind of like you see veterans find it very difficult to kind of transcend into that next thing, a lot of people go down podcast avenue. I'm quite surprised that not as many people have been going into coaching. Okay, Frankie Edgar's just come out of retirement to do BKFC, but he's been training some of the young wrestlers that are coming up. The young was as young as like 10 plus years old, isn't he? So that's good. Let's hopefully we see more of that in future. Now, you did briefly mention Joshua Van a second ago, and a lot of fans are extremely excited to see him fight for the flyweight strap against Alejandro Pantoja. So I've got to ask you, do you have any inside information on when that fight is going to take place?
It will be in December.
December. Wait, I'm trying to think. What card is in December? Is it 3-2-1?
Yeah, I think 323. I think is the
Oh,
number.
3-2-3. 3-2-3.
It'll be the last
Okay.
pay-per-view of the year.
Last pay-per-view of the year. Ooh. Here's the thing: is we got a headliner for that one yet?
I'm not sure. I don't know all that information now, but but
I mean,
we can confirm Joshua will be fine for the belt for sure.
good stuff. Yeah, no, I think we got Marvin Vittori, Bruno Ferreira so far confirmed. Brandon Moreno against Tatsuya Taira. So maybe that is a potential backup fight. So there you go. You hear it here first. Joshua Van Pantoja is gonna be happening. Damn. I mean, that's exciting, man, especially for your gym, right? Because what would that mean to your gym if Joshua Van gets the win? Because his 24th birthday is literally coming up, so he would be the second youngest UFC champion in history. What would it make to your gym and you guys?
I think it would just really show the work that we're putting in, that what we're doing, that we're really doing this, man. Like I talked about earlier, we're potentially about to have 4 guys in the UFC this year, with maybe 5 with our lightweight champ for Fury, coming up, hopefully a short notice or something, man. And we're just grinders and we're workers, and I think Josh is a perfect example of what it means to, put hard work and dedication and just constant confidence in yourself. And show you the places that you can go and what you can do, just staying active and having a good mindset. And our gym's already been blowing up, and a lot of people have been on the mat, so it's a good thing, man. And I think it can only get better. And Josh will be the first ever UFC champ out of Houston. I think first champ in Texas, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So for
Factual.
him to be so young and to see the maturity from him, and like I said, it not just pushes me, but I know it pushes everyone around him. He's one of those guys that is on time, and he's always the last one out, and it just shows us what we need to be or what we need to be doing to be champion. And I mean, I can't thank Josh enough just for allowing me to be by his side and just soak in all the fight weeks for the past year. And I remember a year ago when he fought at the Spear, and he was just like, man, the run's about to start and we're gonna take over. And I told him, yeah, we are. He was like, you're next. You'll be in the UFC. And then we got Alden coming up. And it's just everything's just been playing out, just like how we've been saying. And I wouldn't say predicting, but just knowing, like, in our hearts, like, this is what we're going to do, man. We just put in our time, and we put in our, put everything we have into this, and it's showing out.
A lot of positive affirmation then coming out of that camp right now. And yeah, you're right. It put you guys on the map for sure if he gets that win. What do you make of? I mean, we've not really seen much of Van's grappling at the moment. We've seen his grappling defense is pretty solid, but what's he like on the mats to train with?
I mean, he's a he's a motherfucker, bro. I mean, he's so fast and quick, and this dude's just a learner, bro. He loves to learn and get better. And you show him a move, and the next day he's doing it. And it's crazy how fast he picks things up, and how intelligent he is in this game. And like I said, I know he's young, but he's just so smart. He's so composed for his age, and so mature. He's gone through a lot already at such a young age. A lot of things that people probably will never go through in their life. So on the mats, he's just a hard worker, bro. He's no ego. He's willing to learn to work, and he'll work with anyone. Anyone that's willing to help push him and give him good looks and works. And he's not one to shy away from the challenge.
There you go. There you have it. Yeah, some insight into the camp and just Joshua Van as a professional mixed martial artist at the age of soon to be 24 years old. Now let's move on and talk about then kind of the way you entered the UFC post sort of Dana White Contender Series. Because on a podcast you revealed that you asked Dana White if you could play blackjack with him, to which he replied, "Save your money, kid." Now looking back, would you say his reply was quite intimidating in a way? Because we all know Dana White, he's just filthy rich and all that. Is that kind of did you think of it as intimidating?
No, I mean, I think he was just letting me know that, hey, gambling is a slippery slope. Save your money. And honestly, he gave me $5,000 bonus on the contenders, which was, I think, the first time ever. So, I used that money to put a down payment on my house that me and my girlfriend bought. So I guess in the long run, he was right, I think.
Yeah. Now, aside from that, if you could go back in time and ask him something else instead of that, what would it be?
Nothing, bro. I think we had a genuine conversation back there. And when he walked in there, he just told me, man, kid, hell of a fucking fight. And I was like, 30-27, what the hell is that? And he said, man, I don't know what that was. I thought you won the fight. And he just had a lot of positive things to say about me. He said, I'm gonna give you your show, your win money, or your bonus. And next time we have opportunity, we're gonna get you into the UFC. So,
Sweet.
I was just cracking jokes with them, and just, hey, let's play blackjack. I see his videos with people do it and stuff. But no, man, I don't think I'd change anything. I think everything happens for a reason. And like I said, it was just genuine. And we were just talking and chatting. I was just being me and joking, even though I was about to get like 30 stitches in my face. So, I think it was a so real moment. And it was the first time I really got to meet Dana and really be like, oh, wow, this is the guy right here. This is the man. And
Yeah.
He is indeed the man. I'll say that. He is indeed the man.
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of people probably, well, not as many people get a lot of 2 cents from the boss. You know, when he's
Or
around.
one-on-one conversation with him for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
He's a busy guy, so he literally stops the production and just to talk to me before the last fight. So it's super cool of him to come back there and talk to me.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Now with UFC 320 coming up, and I've got to ask you, who are you picking in the rematch between Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira?
Yeah, man, I'm really hoping Alex wins. I like Alex as a fighter. I just think it's a tough matchup for him. If he comes prepared and ready, I think he has the tools to beat Ankalaev. Like I said, I just think it's a tough matchup. I think Ankalaev's pressure and his striking is not horrible. His wrestling's not the greatest, but his pressure is good. Pressure on the fence is good. So I think we're gonna see a more exciting fight. I'll say that this next one than the last one. I'm hoping Alex wins, but I think Ankalaev is probably gonna take it. Probably same result, maybe decision, or if Ankalaev actually gets to the ground, I'm interested to see what happens.
Yeah, yeah, we didn't really see that in that last fight, and yeah, I guess that will still be sort of loom over Alex's head coming into this new one. There was talks about him being potentially injured going into the fight the first time around. I guess it's just fingers crossed that everything's all healthy on both sides, really, and that way we get more entertaining fight because a lot of fans were a bit disappointed in it. I mean, it's technical striking at the highest level, and when two guys are super technical, it's not always going to be, a barn burner of a fight, really, is it? And fans need to understand that. Yeah, for sure. All
Part of the
right,
game, bro.
then.
Sometimes it could be a banger, sometimes it's not gonna be a banger. Just you don't know sometimes, man. The
Yeah,
ones that you think are gonna be the most exciting aren't, and the ones you think are gonna be boring are most exciting. So to give or take in this game, man, you just gotta be grateful for those people putting their lives on the line, man. You know,
yeah, yeah. That's right. That's what we always say. Don't sleep on fight nights. Don't sleep on the prelims because you just, it's the game where you never know what's going to happen. Some of the prelim fights can be better than the main card fights, and it swings a lot of roundabouts in the game. But then the co-main event for that event between Morab Dvalishvili and Corey Sanhagen, who have you got in that one?
I think it's just the same thing, man. I think Mirage is a really hard matchup from
Frozen up.
before, and uh, he's very, very technical, very good. He's very smart, as you can see. He's got his breakdowns and everything that he does with the fight game. And he's got high level training partners with him. And I know he's training in Elevation in Colorado. And Sanikin's good, man. And I wish a good performance for him. If he wins, I wouldn't be upset. But I think Marab's just a super, super tough matchup, and it's just a very dangerous opponent. But I don't know if anyone gets finished. I'm interested to see maybe some scrambles and some jujitsu. I think not to say Marab's jiu-jitsu is bad or anything, but I've never seen anyone put up submissions or hunt for some stuff. So I'm sure that I think the game plan for Sandhagen, because I think he knows the fight might go to the ground. So we'll see. I'm interested to see his game plan, what he's got cooked up, because it's a very, very tough matchup.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I like watching Corey. I like one of his breakdowns on his YouTube channel as well, just little bits of technique. Um, but we spoke to Vince Morales not too long ago, a couple of events back, and he was just kind of giving us a little bit of an insight as to what's happening in Marab's world at the moment. And he was like, Marab's reaching the next level. And that's kind of scary to hear, right? If that guy
Very.
can reach even more levels, like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So I think judging from that, it's like we could expect to see more finishes from him.
Yeah, no, I
As
think so too. And like you said, if we can reach a next level, you know, then that
oh,
that's inspirational for me. That means, like you said, if Mirage reaching next level, just we'll be reaching and stuff. So exciting times.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure. All right, good stuff. Good stuff. Well, that's basically all I got time for. So,
Got in the car.
oh, you're just getting in the car, yeah? No worries. All right, there we go.
Hello?
There we go. All right, yeah, loud and clear.
Sorry,
Sick.
we just got in the car.
Looking good. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll let you guys
I'm
get
sorry?
off to enjoy Vegas and the travels.
Appreciate you, brother.
I appreciate you. Thanks for jumping on, and it's good to get to know you as a fighter. And all the best in the next few weeks.
Appreciate it, bro.
And all the best to your training partner on Tuesday.
Thank you, bro. Yes, sir.
All
Let's
right.
go. Yes, sir.
Let's
Thank you. I
go.
appreciate it. We'll link up and we'll do this again. I know. Well, when you texted me, I didn't know I was coming to Vegas, so I was thinking I'd be in Houston, and things happen quick. But I'm just glad we can hop on and get a little chat in.
Yeah, no worries, man. We'll get you on board. Hopefully for one of our live watch-alongs as well. Occasionally we'll have some guest fighters on. We'll just watch a fight.
I'll hop on, bro.
Yeah, that'll be sick. All right, then, man. All right, all the best, and we'll
yes, sir.
see you again too. Take care, Mike.
Yes, sir. Be good.
Bye-bye.
John Matthew.